As exciting as the NFL is, it is strongly associated with some unpleasant moments. Championing these moments are people that are paid to ensure the game runs as smoothly as possible: referees. The referees are supposed to ensure that games follow the rules, but it seems impossible for questionable referee decisions not to be a part of post-game discussions. From a referee temporarily ending a player's career to another referee facilitating one of the biggest comebacks in the NFL. These are times referees ruined the NFL. In the 2012 NFL season, NFL referees went on strike because they felt they were putting in more work than they were getting paid for. This was definitely a problem, but the NFL thought they could do without these recognized referees. So they brought in replacement referees, who we weren't so sure knew all the rules governing the game. And the Week 3 game between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers proved that. This game ended 14-12 in favor of the Seahawks, but the Seahawks have the referees to thank for this win, because what happened in the fourth quarter of the game was arguably the biggest fiasco in the NFL that week. The Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Golden Tate scored what many considered to be the most questionable touchdown in the NFL in a long time. In the fourth quarter of the game, rookie quarterback Russell Wilson tried connecting with Tate via a 25-yard touchdown pass. The pass was thought to be intercepted by Packers safety MD Jennings. The interception looked obvious, but the referees saw something else. One referee signaled touchdown, the other signaled interception.
Which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown!
There was a lengthy review, which everyone expected would help the referees make the right decision. But it was only an opportunity for the NFL to see how incapable the replacement referees were.
The call on the field stands. Touchdown.
Seahawks!
After a while of deliberating, referee Wayne Elliott said, "The ruling still stands." And that was it. There was nothing the Green Bay Packers could do. However, this was the NFL's cue to listen to the protesting referees and increase their pay.
You see the one guy go up touchdown and the other go timeout like it's a pick.
How does MD Jennings not get credit for the interception? I have no idea.
Although the recognized referees returning to the NFL was a good move, their absence in the game between the Packers and Seahawks that led to a disappointing loss for the Packers is nothing compared to an incident back in 1999, where a referee didn't just ruin a game, he temporarily ended a player's career. Fans of the Cleveland Browns will never forget Week 15 of the 1999 NFL season, because it was the week one of their stars almost lost his right eye. In a game between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars, offensive tackle Orlando Brown Sr. got sidelined after he was hit in the face by referee Jeff Triplett's flag.
And the referee Jeff Triplett's flag hits Orlando Brown in the eye.
After the hit, Brown had to walk off the field momentarily, but he returned furiously and pushed the referee to the ground.
The official wouldn't let him come back in, and then he lost his temper, the same guy.
First of all, you should say this about Orlando Brown, team guy. He's anything but a troublemaker.
Exactly.
But he just lost his temper when he was hit in the face inadvertently by the flag thrown by the referee.
The 6'7" player had to be restrained by other officials before he finally walked off the field in rage. Brown's actions were unacceptable, so the NFL suspended him indefinitely, only to lift his suspension after realizing that the referee's flag had blinded his right eye. Since Brown was now legally blind in his right eye, he couldn't play in the NFL anymore and got released by the Cleveland Browns a year later. Seeing that his means of livelihood had been taken, the offensive tackle sued the NFL for $200 million in 2001, eventually settling for a settlement of between $15 million to $25 million. But Brown was only out for a while. He made a comeback in 2002 and finally retired in 2005. Speaking of comebacks, the referee in the next moment went the extra mile to ensure the Jaguars got the biggest comeback in their franchise's history. The year was 2023, and the Los Angeles Chargers thought they were going to be in the divisional round for the first time in 4 years. They were up against the Jacksonville Jaguars in this AFC Wild Card matchup, and were leading 27-0.
And it is going to be, and the Chargers have recovered this thing at the 6-yard line.
If there was ever a nightmarish way to start a ball game.
With a 27-point lead, it looked like the Chargers were cruising to victory. But little did they know, they were about to hand the Jaguars the biggest comeback in the history of their franchise. The Chargers ended this game with a very painful loss. And as much as we can say the Jaguars were relentless even while losing by 27 points, this comeback was possible because the Jaguars had some help from the referee. We are not taking anything away from the Jaguars, as they picked up momentum even when it seemed like it was all over. They scored touchdown after touchdown until the Chargers knew that a comeback was lurking around.
Told you earlier in the game, the Jags drives looked like this: interception, interception, punt, interception, punt, interception, punt. The last 4 times, 4 straight touchdown drives by the Jaguars.
The referee could have let things play out naturally, but that wasn't what he did. He missed a vital moment that ended up affecting the final outcome of this game. In the fourth quarter, the Jaguars' right tackle Jawan Taylor false started, but the referee missed the call.
Kirk uses his body to shield off, makes the play, and we've got ourselves.
He's just throwing his helmet. It's not a foul against an official or taunting or abusive language. On the false start,
we don't know if that was done on purpose or not, but regardless, it cost the Los Angeles Chargers the game, and even had defensive lineman Joey Bosa slammed with a fine of over $50,000 for throwing his helmet to the ground in anger because of this loss. That's like spanking a child and expecting him not to cry.
I thought false start. I don't know.
We were talking, it's Joey Bosa throwing his helmet, but
With the score 30-28 in favor of the Chargers, but with the Jaguars more motivated than ever, it was only a matter of time before the Jaguars won the game and proceeded to the divisional round, kicking a field goal and winning 31-30. The referee helping the Jaguars was crazy, but this next moment was messed up so badly the NFL had to amend a rule. For this moment, we go back to 1998. It was a Thanksgiving Day holiday special, and the Detroit Lions were taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The game was tied 16-16, and a winner had to be decided in overtime. Whichever team scored first would win this game, but first, there had to be a coin toss. The Steelers running back Jerome Betis was asked to call heads or tails by referee Phil Luckett. Betis called tails, but the referee heard heads.
Call it plays in the air. Heads is the call. He said heads, it is a tails.
This simple mistake gave the Lions the advantage in overtime, and they made perfect use of this advantage when they kicked a 42-yard field goal, winning the game 19-16. The entire league knew the referee messed things up. So, a week later, a new rule was made. Before any coin toss, captains in the coin toss have to call heads or tails, and whatever they call has to be established before the coin gets tossed. Man, that was a mess. If you had a blast watching this, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest crazy content. Drop a comment below and let us know which moment blew your mind the most. Catch you on the next one.